No, I wasn't late. I just forgot to hit go live. Guess who's late? Late again. SG's late. Tell a friend. Later. So how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good. I've been doing a lot of research. I know it's hard to believe. I feel you. No, I didn't bother to check to see if anybody else was live, so could possibly be that there's like, some real like exciting live stream going on, and I didn't know. So too bad. But I've been doing a lot of research on this because I know that others will go, you've got to be your own advocate. You should be doing some research. Well, I am, but I'm doing more research on curing myself here. Not curing myself, but on ways to cure myself. Hold on 1 minute, please. Am I still here, you guys? Can you hear me? Um, yeah. Uh, it seems like, back in 1899, this guy, this doctor, and, from Ireland, he was in India, and that's when he started doing studies on the effects of cannabinoids. And disclaimer, in no way, shape, or form is this any kind of medical advice or anything at all. I'm simply sharing the research that I did. So, I don't know if anybody else is like interested in this kind of thing. I myself think that everybody should be because it's really, really uh, crazy that I feel like they already knew some of this stuff, in my opinion, and that they just wanted to hold off, yeah, hemp, yeah, and they just wanted to hold off on letting people know that the endocannabinoid system interacts with cannabinoids that are grown, and as long as you know, use the right, with testing, they can tell like what amount of THC or the CBD, you know, isolated to see where there's receptors that they're now calling the endocannabinoid system, named after the plant that after loads of studies, and I mean, medical studies like Harvard and everywhere. Yeah, right. And the thing was, I really, in my opinion, believe that they knew that a majority of the things that they prescribe people um, probably weren't going to work. But if nature provides something, yeah, exactly. Even they were saying that if you notice, a lot of people who smoke weed, not a lot of them are overweight, they were saying, because it actually has healing effects on inflammation. Where in the medical studies, they say that obesity is actually like the beginning stages of, you know, it's obesity. Inflammation is obesity because something in the body is, not not providing. I guess it was like fasting glucose or something, something was not processing the sugar in their body, where most people will process sugar, they're not, and it's because something's off there. I wonder if the majority of people with diabetes are non-smokers of weed. Yeah, not metabolizing. That's it. Yes. Thank you, Dede. Thank you. I wonder, like, if there a lot of the people with diabetes don't smoke weed. I do think Bravo said she never smoked weed, and so I actually did, um, text her a, a study on, how it actually, if you use a certain, you have to. It's really important about the strain and what their mission is, what the cannabinoid's mission is, that particular. Like, there's been really, and they're really trying to do more extensive studies, I think, so they can even just keep increasing the price. So I think now is the time to really think about, I don't know, helping a friend with Rick Simpson oil. That would be me. I'm not begging for weed. I'm willing to try something that I myself cannot afford. But after all the studies I've done, I certainly wouldn't tell people, oh, yeah, get me that just because, I'm like, yeah, I want to. It's not that. I did studies upon studies. And there's another person in this community, not this community, but on the platform that some of you might be um, familiar with Piss and Excellence. And I really am like so intrigued with her story that, um, they sure could, Day Day. Mm-hmm. It can even help people with withdrawals from alcohol, allegedly, everything, if used in the right way. Like, and it's not about it's always not always about like the getting high part of it, because you can use certain strains where they say they don't want you to have that, like the one for the withdrawal from alcohol, the one for um, uh, obesity, diabetes, that kind of stuff. It's not really about, so much of the studies that I did. Nobody wants to say hi to Day Day. Nobody that's watching. Well, anyway, even if you hate watching, as you like to say, I hope watching this maybe kind of makes you feel like maybe if you're suffering from something or you have a loved one that is, and maybe this gives you a little more, just research value. Research value. That's all it is. It's not. I'm not doing it to tell anybody or anything like that. Just, I don't know, as a topic that's not. Oh, you have, Danny. Maybe you could make me some. Maybe you could make me some. You think you could? With the directions? Because I think you got to use the whole plant and everything. I like to. Recently? Did it send you a picture? like a picture of, that's exciting. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I got one from my sister for sour soft leaves. Was it today that the message? Oh, delivered today? Okay. I bet they put it on a front. Oh my God, yours is within 60 days. Do not eat it? My God, I didn't eat it. Don't eat it. What am I supposed to do with it? Don't eat it. My God. I don't know, I can. What am I going to do with it? It says to drink it. Yeah, they probably put it in the front of the house, and I never use the front door. So I'll have to go down. Yeah, I'm going to go down right now. It's so cold out. Good. I could go out right now. Want me to? I will. You guys gotta hold on though for me. Because it's too cold to carry the phone and go down there. Will you guys wait for me to get back? Only if you're gonna wait. Okay. Alright. So hold on. I'll be right back. If anybody comes in, let them know I'll be right back. You guys. Oh my god. Whew. It is cold. They be having me climb the stairs now. You did. Happy birthday, Day Day. I mean, you're right there, too. I'm not 60. But guess what? There was two. Hi, Mr. Tim. There was two packages there. How about that? There was two. I didn't even know. Ooh, what is it? What is it? It says Prime. Is that Amazon? Thank you so much. It's the dishwashing detergent. Thank you. And believe me, I like practical gifts. I'm a big fan of practical gifts. I've been like, before when. Oh, that's okay. Thank you to it's a girl who sent that. I don't know if people want them to know though. So, but I guess you can do something and send something like that. I don't know what she can remember. Damn, wrong size. Damn it, I must have put the wrong size. Wait, it's okay though because they're still good. They're still good. Those are appetizers. They sure will. Oh, you know what it was? I did pick those plates. I picked those and another set. Those are the ones that were uncoated. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Did you send both of those? Because one says you can send a thank you note and has a name, and then the other one it doesn't have that. Huh. They will, because I like having things. It used to be, back when I was raising my daughter and I was working, making money, and everything. That you have one of those supply closets out in like the hallway out of the bathroom, and I just remember her. Um, oh, you did send the plates and the Dawn. So if you sent not the Dawn, then they must have sent the cleaning stuff separate or something. Weird how they do that. Because I think if it's over a certain amount, you save on post or it's free. Is it? I hope it's free postage. Okay, so tonight when I was doing this research and decided to do the show, I knew then that you guys would probably get the message of what kind of cancer it is. It's meth, and well, thank you so much, Darkness. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So you sent both of those. Okay. So they did send them um, in separate packaging. Now, I always thought because of your name you were male. um, but then again, some. Oh, is that what it is? Prime shipping and free. Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not up on all those things. I just did the wish list because I like to have things like in supply, and it's gotten harder and harder. Um, yes, that's what I was talking about. You think it too? Was that I did a lot of research on the, starting with the Rick Simpson oil, which led me into the research on cannabinoids, which led me into the research that they even discovered what they now call the endocannabinoid system in our bodies. And from what I was reading, I really think that if you fast before you do something like that, in my opinion, just my opinion, that the aggressive cells that want to, be the strongest cells and eat everything, like come along and, and eat it up. And it has something in it that stimulates, because they're like, I did a lot of research. That's what the show is going to be about telling people. I mean, because I'm just so amazed about this endocannabinoid system in our bodies that is, you know, in cahoots, in my opinion, with cannabinoids that glow. I was just like, wow, that's so amazing. And darkness, man, we are all dying. We're all gonna die. It said that for, and I really think a lot of the problem was that they weren't really doing a lot of research on, you know, um, on, really? You think it too? Wow. See, now that's really interesting to me. I am glad to hear that, though. I do. I really want to give it a try. I mean, In Saloma? I know, doesn't it? I know, Day, right? In Saloma, what is that? Do you know what the you know, how to get that, or did you make it yourself, the Rick Simpson oil, or did you buy it in syringes? You think it too? And what was the process that you had to do? Was it somebody had said you put it under your tongue, the oil? Um, to be completely gone, that's really miraculous. You know, I bet you any money doctors would probably get in trouble if they were telling people that, you know what I mean? Which really, I was pretty, uh, kind of like, what the fuck, when I went through the whole 6 months of chemo, and then, oh, it's non chemo responsive. And then to go through, been sitting here taking these pills, faithfully and shit. And then, oh, so you can come off those, they don't work. You know what I mean? Like, are you fucking kidding me? I actually saw Miss Passion had made a video, though, saying anybody can get chemotherapy and have a pore under their skin and not have cancer. Listen, Miss Passion, if I had something that required me to do those things, why would you think I just wouldn't say whatever it was that I really had? Why would you think I'd pretend to have something else? That doesn't even fucking make sense. You need to stop on whatever it is you're fucking doing. I don't know. Because that's some stupid shit you're spewing right there. Hi, Jen. I sent you a email today. Really, you kept feeling really dizzy. Hmm. Does everybody's dogs have infatuations with napkins? My little idiot. He's like, you'll never wipe your nose again. Screw you and your napkin collection. That was really so nice of you, Darkness, to do that. Yeah, I emailed because there was an account in um a channel today, and I really think they're trying to seek out your last name, like what that W might stand for. And God, they got it. They hit it right on the head. Wink, wink. So I don't know. Maybe there really is a person, another person, like, you know what I mean? But it's not. I think it's they're fishing, and I say that's they got it. They got it right on the head. No more, no need to search anymore. But that Munchie was in there, and I gotta say, Munchie, for as much as you come off like this, you know, use the huge gumball for the porn. Did you use a gumball? Great. Um, but for as much as Munchie likes to come off as they're like this big bad, secretive person hiding behind something, um, I saw that as soon as wink, 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 wink. Just talk to me in my email. Wink, wink. uh, but anyway, Munchie, here's something, Munch. I know you think that you're like this, like when you throw out there, oh, her father, she never met. Well, I did meet him, but I would have probably rather met Michael Landon. And I don't know if you think that bothers me, Munchie. And what bothers me is you acting like my mother got knocked up in the back seat or something. Like, you're fucking pathetic. You actually were too scared of um, Mary, and the rest of them, Christina, Amy, to carry on with your either what you said was God spoke to you and made you feel like you wanted to be nice, but then the next day it was you were drinking and doing pills. You're not. You're fucking. But right back to the same shit, typing the same shit over and over again. You didn't state what you heard. If you heard that, then you heard it from an idiot. And if I heard that about you, I certainly wouldn't run around repeating. I certainly wouldn't, because I know how to be a decent person. Now, what I wonder about you is if God spoke to you the next, and you were doing it as much for you as for me. I don't think you were drunk and on pills because you were typing. Well, I did meet the man. Rather than go around, talking smack. Who do you think knows my mother? That my dead mother told them she got knocked up in the backseat of a car. And what makes you think that that was true? That I'd be running around saying my mom got that? You know what I mean? Come on now. You did do a nice gesture, and then everybody got on your ass for it. So then you decided you'd start being a dick again. Yeah, I know. Do you know somebody that was there in 19? I mean, actually, it would have been 67. Well, what? Listen, Munchie, that's exactly what it was. Everybody gave you a hard fucking time about it. I heard see Amy giving you a hard time. And she said, and even if it's somebody that you don't even really like in the first place, that's what she said about you. But you stayed right in there. And then Christine F. reached out to you. Well, yeah, because that's not your real name or your real face. You can say whatever you want. It's like you fucking, that's like, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I think that. And, yeah, about someone's parents. And another thing, Munchie, is I don't recognize your voice. So now you're just to me someone who, yeah, or right now you don't, right now you don't. Well, like Day Day said, why say some low class bullshit like that? Yeah, why you got a fucking video up there talking about even Annette thinks it's fake? You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is, I don't recognize your voice. So you're some like fucking complete stranger talking shit about me. That just I never did nothing to you. You're just some complete fucking stranger that goes around talking smack. Well, we all know that, and that plays both sides. But for you to have videos up saying even, and that, you know what I mean? Okay, Munchie, but still, have we ever had an interaction when you were somebody else and that made you become infatuated with me? So you're her wife? So you're Crystal's wife? Because you know, yeah, no, I'm just saying that if those are your legs, then definitely they're not Maxine's, okay? They're not Maxine's legs. We all know she's she's fucking ancient, and um and her wife or girlfriend, she seems younger than her, or at least capable of having legs like that. Well, I'm assuming. Well, your legs look pretty good then. Maxine's about 60 something, and probably got cankles. Oh, Maxine must be like 6'4" then. 5'10". That fucking car looks like it would be small for you. Must have your head out the sunroof. Yeah, I mean, definitely a 40-year-old person could. 5'10", that's fucking tall. You be wearing those fucking high heels too? Those knockoffs. I'm just kidding. Those knockoffs. I can't. What size feet? Are you a transvestite? No kidding. And I actually said to you in my comment section, are you, yeah, those are nice legs. No, she does. And we did hear her talking. Nobody I recognize. No, you don't. I'm only kidding around. I'm only joking. No, you don't. You seem like an attractive woman. Right, Asher Dash? Well, then why the fuck are you using that face? Oh, to torture somebody you're not infatuated with? See? Munchie, would you like to donate? You're throwing your voice? Now you ought to just start being like when using ventriloquist talk. Now that would be good. What's the song? Let's do the time warp again. That one? Play that one. Oh, Tim Curry. It didn't just keep on. You kept doing it. But the munchie was not what was, it didn't start as a joke. It started so that Jules could fucking be a douchebag. I know all the songs in that. Were you inksta stinksta? Another day, another dollar. Hey, hey, hey. Jules, those are injection sites. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding around. Another day, another dollar. Down under. Yeah, he's like a musician. Like me, with the kalimba. So, Munchie, what do you think about RSO oil? Sure you do. You're all fucking into it with each other on Discord. I'm sure, just kidding. I don't even get into all that stuff with it, because I'm not an argumentative person. Like, people expect me to kick people out of my room, like, half the time. Dolly, Dolly. Oh my god, remember the sheep that was cloned and his name was Dolly? Now we have the original and the clone. Dolly, Dolly. Meh, meh. Buy it for me. Buy it for me. You want to heal me, so you get somebody to continue to harass. Meh. Who let you out of your test tube, Dolly, Dolly? You guys know you're happy I am live right now. How come if Sharon doesn't submit to you, or if Jules doesn't submit to you, or if Bobbles didn't submit to you, I don't submit to you? You're funny. I just think you're one of my biggest fans. Is that wrong? Joe Bird was banned. Maybe you should take RSO oil instead of pills. Okay, but you're funny because you said that about submitting, like submitting to you. Who the fuck's gonna submit to a bad camera flip? Well, it sure started out that way. And most of the stuff that you talk about is about me. Oh my God, it's the most interesting man in the world. I love him. Go seconds. Probably Joe Bird, but Jack Box. I like him. But you do admit that it started about Munchausen's, right? Mm. And you do agree with me that Jules is a bitch. And for all the bad stuff you've done, why would you be after her, Debbie? Why are you going after Debbie? About the Munchausen, you saying? Why not just let things back on? I agree, I would like to think it was. But it was a bad camera flip. What the fuck, man? People have that, okay? Yeah, but I look better than that. I clean up good. Oh, increasing the pixels. Oh, so it is altered. Yeah, why not just change it? So it was altered. You just said it. You just said it. Crappy pic. Yeah, if it's not about me, then why not just change it? That's a lot of time to dedicate to somebody that you're not harassing for no reason. Actually, it's not. Because if you were as pretty as you say you are, you'd be putting it up there, you know? Who's my latest kill? Jackbox. What kind of shit did you see in here? And who's my latest kill? Whose latest kill? Well, we said that your legs look pretty. You said your face is just as good, unless your face looks like a foot, which then that wouldn't be good for a face, would it? So put up a picture of a flower. Most people aren't blocked because I have the, nah, not as nasty as she's been, Jackbox, as I've seen. But to me, why, who said they're blocked? What's going on here? Of course, Munchie. Yeah, but why low key? I thought you weren't old pussy. I think you should be shouting it from the mountaintops, okay? Not just rooftops. And why didn't you take me up when I said, oh, if you really are Debbie doesn't need going after, actually. Nobody does. No, low key means on the down low. Yeah, that's that. Low key is on the DL, the down low. Lunch. Well, you've been here 5 or 6 years. I mean, I think you pretty much know that I'm not as big a douchebag as most people. I put it on one of your comments to me. You said you were going to the Berkshires. I said, oh, are you really coming to the Berkshires? I said, I would do lunch with you. Actually, I think that you should just like, oh, you didn't? Oh, that's too bad. Because I would have met you halfway or something. Or like if you were coming by this way from wherever you were coming from. You know, I could have met you somewhere, like, got off the Munchie. Why would I believe you? And you said the video that you made about going to the Berkshires wasn't even you going to the Berkshires. It was footage from you going to upstate New York. I still don't even know if you went to the Berkshires, really. But I automatically believe. I enjoy your joy. Yes, I did it. It should still be there. I wonder if I made it on one of your videos or one of mine. Well, I'll have to look because I can't remember if I left it on one of yours or one of mine. And every time I look, like I'll even leave comments on Deb313s, and I never see them. And I put comments on e-beggars sometimes I don't see them. But that was my fault because I hadn't blocked. Well, I thought you were being facetious. You weren't coming in here. We weren't pals even. Wasn't like I would have met you for lunch when you were saying all that stuff. Well, yeah, of course you're a treat. Of course you're a treat. No, sir. I would have paid for myself. I mean, we're both adults, but if you insisted, I would have let you. Sometimes they can. Look at Sharon and Irv. Just kidding. You do have a lot of similarities to Crystal. But even still, even if you were Crystal, it wouldn't matter. I still would. Oh, I still would have met you for lunch because you were coming by this way. Yeah, but at that time, but then after we had talked, and I was like bummed when you said you were already back. I was like, oh fuck. So I'll have to find where I said that. So if you really do come that way, uh, again, I mean, well, what way do you go? Do you go up 91? I don't know where you're coming from, and I'm not gonna ask you. But I'm just saying, do you like come up 91 or, where you would go through, like, I think, West Springfield? Oh, shit. Hi, Rainbow Glitter Dust. Right, but I still don't know, like, so, you go through Connecticut. I really don't, you know what, I don't even know. I'm not gonna unplug it because it's saying it's on my battery. Overheating. I don't know if it's gonna kick me off or not. Through West Springfield? Up 91, you're saying? I don't know if you guys can hear me. I really don't. Mm. Hi, Piston Excellence. She's not a troll. I asked her to come in because I had been doing so much research on the oil stuff. Oh, West Springfield. You go through West Springfield? Oh, wow. I could definitely meet you there. Absolutely. Absolutely. They got loads of, oh man, it might kick me out. If it does, I'll come back. You guys, if it kicks me out, I will come back. I know, I see that. It was given to me by the American. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of research on the RSO oil, and which led me into I don't know what that. Oh, did you just like make pissing excellently? I hope not. So anyway, I was doing a whole like research on the endocannabinoid strength system in the body, which really like was so interesting to me because no jackpot. I really want to find out though how many like you think it too was here, and I'd ask them how many oh okay um had I don't know if they left or something, but I was wondering like what, and then I was going to ask pissing excellence. No, 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 but it's not the weed thing. It's not about that. So I read this whole thing, and it was from Harvard, and they did a lot of studying on the endocannabinoid system. New research has since flourished into a far more broad-based exploration. All right. I don't know if I like started at the beginning or the end. Hold on. Okay, so what it is many of us have heard of some of the transmitter systems within our bodies, such as the sympathetic nervous system, which gives us our fight or flight response. Fewer have heard of the more recently discovered endocannabinoid system, which is amazing when you consider that the ECS, that's what I'm going to call the endocannabinoid system. Now, that's what's in our body. That's what's in our body. Recently discovered. It's pretty amazing that it's recently discovered, right? I mean, I really don't think it is recently discovered. I think they already knew because they just didn't want to, tell everybody that something that is natural growing, could probably help people. I think they wanted to capitalize on the pharmaceutical things first and then, but so anyway, so says it's critical for almost every aspect of our moment to moment functioning. It regulates and controls many of our most critical body functions, such as learning, memory, emotional processing, sleep, temperature control, pain control, inflammatory, right, inflammation, yeah, and immune responses and eating. The ECS is currently at the center of renewed. See? So they already knew. What do you mean, the smoking of it, Day Day? The ECS, which is the endocannabinoid system, comprises a vast network of chemical signals and cellular receptors that are densely packed throughout our brain and bodies. So these are things in our body, okay, that are receptive to cannabinoids from cannabis to heal, allegedly. The cannabinoid receptors in the brain, the CBI, outnumber many of the other receptor types on the brain. They act now, there's no fucking way they didn't know that, in my opinion. There's no way. They act like traffic cops. Now, this study comes from Harvard, okay? They act like traffic cops. Right, right. I understand that. I understand that, Munchie, because like scar tissue does, cause cancer and stuff. But what I'm talking about is the oil to try to. Good question. To heal cancer. That's why I wish Piss and Excellence would have stayed in here. Um, yeah, exactly. So when they do surgery, you know, I mean, like, it's more or less like they open you up to fucking the air and just, it's just, I just feel like when they're saying renewed study, even though, right, so you should be interested in this, Munchie, because this could help you. Um, They act like traffic cops to control the levels and activity of most of the other neurotransmitters. This is how they regulate things, by immediate feedback, turning up or down the activity of whichever system needs to be adjusted, whether that is hunger, temperature, or alertness. Now, those are, no, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the receptors in the brain that are receptive to cannabinoids, they go hand in hand with each other. It's really amazing. To stimulate these receptors, our bodies produce molecules called endocannabinoids, okay, which have a structural similarity to molecules in the cannabis plant. Our body produces something, I mean, produces molecules called endocannabinoids. Right, Munchie, but keep listening, because they know that, right? That there's things that will cause depression in. So what they've done is, it's by isolating and knowing what certain things in the cannabinoids. Yes, exactly. That's it. To to find it that agrees with your makeup. That's exactly what it is. Yep. Um, the first endocannabinoid that was discovered was named anandamide after the Sanskrit word for ananda, for bliss. All of us have tiny cannabis-like molecules floating around in our brain. The cannabis plant which humans have been using for 5,000 years, essentially works its effect by hijacking this ancient cellular machinery. A second type of cannabinoid receptor, this is what's inside of us. This isn't in the plant. I'm not talking about pot right now. I'm talking about what's in us, the endocannabinoids. A second type of cannabinoid receptor, the CB2 receptor, exists mostly in our immune tissues and is critical to helping control our immune functioning. And it plays a role in modulating intestinal inflammation, contraction, and pain in inflammatory bowel conditions. We know that the endocannabinoids, right, but for each one, yeah, we know that the endocannabinoid system plays a critical role in learning and memory due to several lines of research. The most obvious observation is that one of the main side effects of high dosages of recreational cannabis use is the temporary disruption of short-term memory. Memory usually returns to normal with abstinence. There have also been some sophisticated studies of how humans acutely respond to the administration of THC and the ways in which this alters both their abilities to memorize things in the short term. Cannabis is one of the plants that humans have cultivated or co-evolved with for thousands of years. This, in part, Pollen writes, because the act of forgetting plays a valuable role in the ability of our brains to function. So, being able to forget things is actually like a role that our brain, it's, a valuable role. So that it gets our brains to a function without being overloaded with data from our senses that we are continually bombarded with. If we didn't forget, we wouldn't function, and cannabis helps us to do this. The role that ECS plays in forgetting also opens up the opportunities for the treatment of PTSD, a condition in which there are unpleasant, intrusive memories that people can't help but remember, and that causes a whole syndrome of troublesome and dangerous symptoms related to the pathological remembering. So that, once again, would have to be something that, if somebody was looking into getting. See, myself, for most research that I did, was based on, like, what strain, what kind of for, cancer. You know, the ECS's role in hunger and fine-tuning weight loss medications. The cautionary tale of the drug rimonabant, a drug that blocks the CBI receptor, is an interesting example of the central role that the ECS plays in so many critical functions. So that particular drug See, that's what I'm saying. That would be another I don't know, Carrie Fisher. She was an actress. She played Princess Leia. I'm sure there's probably something on the studies they've done for that too, you know? For weight loss, right? The drug that they came up with to block the CB1 thing was okay. So for mets, cancer cells escape the primary tumor to the blood circulation, where they become circulating tumor cells. So basically, their problem is that they can't isolate where these small cells are that are now like escaped into the blood. And so most of them become. No, I'll do research on that, Munchie, for you, on that part of the endocannabinoids. I will. I'll do some research on that and what they say is the best one for that. If you're interested, you know? Right. So it blocks drugs that target the endocannabinoid system are of interest as the options to combat cancer. They have been successfully tested as a systematic therapeutic option in a number of preclinical models. The anti-cancer effects of cannabinoids are exerted at multiple levels of tumor progression. No, it's not chemoreceptor. It's not curable, according to them. You know what I'm saying? But now they like to say, you know, oh, but there's this drug that can extend your life. I know somebody who lasted 4.5 years, and I'm thinking, eh, I kind of want to just not have cancer at all. So I was like, so in all your years as being an oncologist, have you ever, you know, right, manageable. But I'm saying, Munchie, I don't want to be manageable. I want it to be gone. And I want it to be gone. And this is what I want to try because I did a lot of research on it, and it says they did too. And I'm not just reading, like, you know, one thing. I'm not watching videos, first of all. I'm reading. And I'm typing in No, Munchie. It's the cannabinoid system. No, it's in my bones. Can't cut that out. It does. No, but this does. Munchie. It says it right here. Drugs that target the endocannabinoid system. Okay? Cannabinoid compounds have been successfully tested as systematic therapeutic options. The anti-cancer effects of cannabinoids are exerted at multiple levels of tumor progression. There is considerable evidence cannabinoid mediated inhibition of tumor cell proliferation, the chemoresistance, as well as the induction of apoptosis, which means the killing of it, the apoptosis. And if you don't know what that is, look up, because I did, which is apoptosis. Apoptosis. Further studies showed that cannabinoids could be potential combination partners for established chemotherapeutic agents or other interventions. Research in recent years, several compounds that exert promising effects on tumor cells and tissues, in addition to the psychoactive cannabinoidal. The potential of cannabinoids as inhibitors of tumor growth and has demonstrated. Bye, Rainbow. Yep, when you fast, Munchie. Yep, and I'll always appreciate you for that. That fasting is the key. That's the key, Munchie. That's the key. And I'll always thank you for that. That is the key. In all of these things, they when they isolated the cancer cells, they starved them. But the aggressive ones are, and they go and eat it. Yep, turns it on. Absolutely. Yep, that's what I have to do before using it is fast. No, but I want to have the Rick Simpson oil to do it. Boom, because I'm a foodie. I like to eat. That's gonna be tough for me fasting. But I'll do it if I have that. Even if it's the first syringe. Like, I have to look of how I put it on my I know I've been trying that. I have been. I haven't eaten any ice cream or nothing like that. That stuff. But I want the Rick Simpson oil first. I want to know. I think they're like $32 a syringe of it. And that's like, yeah, but I want to fast when I can do the Rick Simpson oil right after. I know, sugars and everything. I know. Some sugar is good for you. But all that will come after. I don't want to hear again, like after a year. I don't want to hear again, oh, well, that new, tamoxifen, which is the new one they put me on instead of the anastrozole, the tamoxifen. I don't want to use next that, or hear next that, oh, that didn't work either. All right, buy me the Rick Simpson oil, Munchie. What did you want me to start? Fasting? I mean, you said 24 hours, didn't you? Or 48. It is fat. I agree fasting is the key. But I need that first syringe of Rick Simpson oil. And I'll go along with I'm on I thought it was a estrogen blocker. I think that's an estrogen blocker. Oh, but there was another pill. But here's the thing, Munchie. I don't want to see anywhere people saying, oh, she's running a campaign for weed. I'm not running a campaign for weed. It's for what I've done research on, and I've done the chemo, I did the surgery, I did the radiation, I took the pills. I'm still, going to my doctor and stuff. Don't get me wrong. But that fasting first seems to be the key with a lot of the trials that they do. Not trials, but they're trying to do, get hi Victor. Right. And that's where I want to go with it. I want to do I want to try the endocannabinoids in my system, working with the cannabinoids. Do some research on the Rick Simpson oil too, Munchie, and you tell me what you think. Yeah, I know, Munchie. But it really does affect people, like, from knowing that in my mind, I'm really thinking to myself, it could, because I do a lot of research. If I didn't think that put the two, well, you told me the fast, and then I put the two and two together when they kept saying, um, in all these, like, trials, studies to try to get, like, certain things, see if they work, they would isolate those cells and starve them. And that's the key. And the aggressive cells go running and eat what they shouldn't because they just want to. And it fucks them up. But I'll also look into the endocannabinoids for bipolar. I'll look into that too. Okay. Anyway, my phone's gonna die, and every time I plug it in, right. But also look into the Ricksons. My phone's gonna die. I appreciate you guys, and I hope health for everyone. And remember, nobody's tomorrow is guaranteed, but our days are definitely better when they're shared with friends and good conversation. And always make sure your time is spent quality. It's the moments that matter, and we can all help each other with different, information and just talking. Whatever it is, better to help than hurt. Thanks for being here, you guys, and peace, love, and tacos.